Beverly Hills. That's where I want to stay. Hey Chris, are you going into Tiffany's?
No!
You're not going to go in and buy any like jewelry at Tiffany's?
Somehow, I don't really think it would be to my standards.
Oh, is that right? Are you more of a like a Versace sort of guy? Like Versace's over there.
I'm a bit more of a
Louis Vuitton.
Just stand in the foreground and I get Versace behind you.
I don't know if Versace is really my style. I am more of a Sears kind of guy.
Versace's
Walmart.
Yes.
Actually, Target is your Target.
That's where I got this jacket.
And your shirt. It is the poor man.
The price?
Sure.
This place is. It's really not that expensive.
I guess
Just combine payments.
Is this it right here? Like, is this where it is right in?
This one?
That's not road. Oh, there's Mickey Moto Pearls.
I think that's Rodeo
I'm gonna keep
Drive down there.
looking this way,
Well, actually, I'm not sure it is.
Because our
Rodeo Drive is on.
Yeah, okay. 5 minutes. Where's my...
Probably get a cut from all these stores.
Oh.
That little souvenir place probably get a big cut.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Everything is about money in America.
Totally. For me, it's like, this is just like regular Christmas.
I never thought I'd live to see the day.
Priscilla would just be loving this.
She'd never get here unless she went on the Bob.
I know, that was the thing.
Except go to your mission.
Not so
Much
much
fall in the thing.
Back to the bus, boys? Girl?
Yeah.
Bob doesn't feel like it's really dead.
Oh, it'd be nice down here at night. Look at the lights.
Oh, there it is.
So we're gonna give you $20, Chris. We're gonna leave you here for a week.
I can actually feel myself getting poorer while I stand here.
Diamond what? Okay. Men, you ever notice how you have to buy a house after you get married? You never needed a house before, did you? It's been 4 seconds.
Good for getting away from
This is the way you express your love to your man. How am I doing, man? This is the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science. Look on the home to Oscar. Look on each side of the door. You can see Oscar etched into the glass in silhouette form right there. See? Inside that building, we have a 750-seat theater where they announce the nominees for the Oscar each year. We have libraries dealing with every facet of motion picture making. Now, many people always ask, they say, as I like BMW, that's how broke man working.
Broke man working.
Broke man working. Worth to pay for this. Now you get one of them for filming only. That's the only time they open up is for filming. It's a full-fledged working restaurant, but it only opens up for filming only. Take a look there on your left-hand side, right there. Adjacent to Johnny's, you'll see a gold cylinder building. That is the Lacmo West building, the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. That is one of the 5 buildings that make up the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. This building there on your left side for visiting art exhibits only.
Dali.
The other 4 buildings that are located here in the next block on your left-hand side would include the Amundsen, the Anderson, the Hammer, and the Beam Center. Along with the Lackmore West building, all 5 buildings make up the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. Now they have 2 sculpture gardens, but I'll speak about them when we come down the other side. Stand. As we pass by the museum, take a look there on your left-hand side. You can go see the works of Dali right there on your left.
Awesome. Yeah.
You've got a constant one in London there, right by the London Eye.
Oh, Dali?
Now, right next door to LACMA, you'll see some elephants socializing in a pond. This will be the George C. Page Museum, better known as the Los Angeles La Brea Tar Pits. Now what we're going to do is go all the way around the block. Over there on your left-hand side, as we cross the signal, take a look over there. There you see the statue for A.W. Ross, a vision to see, wisdom to know, and the courage to do. Founder and developer of the Miracle Mile. On your right-hand side, this is the Show Business Entertainment Center. This houses such groups like E! Entertainment, Spelling Entertainment, the Los Angeles Business Journal, and Variety, which is a show business newspaper considered the Bible of show business.
Virgin Records.
Now, once again, we're going to go around a small working laboratory, hands-on exhibits, and a theater that explains about this area dating back to over 40,000 years ago in the Ice Age era. We're going to visit one of the largest pits of them all. It's known as the Lake Pit, and this is what drew many of the animals to this area because they thought it was drinking water. Now, if you take a look here on your right-hand side, you'll see the lake pit. And what you're taking a look at is not really tar at all. It is asphalt. Take a look here on the sidewalk, ladies and gentlemen. See how the asphalt is bubbling up through the cracks of the sidewalk right here? There it is, right there. See, there's a great shot right there of the George C. Page Museum.
Yo.
Hot, bubbling asphalt.
I like that little elephant right there. He's all like, no! Hit the big one.
Hello. Oh, what's that? Oh, Virgin? Oh, gee.
Chris, next to the Virgins.
Oh, you're evil. It's Happy.
El Pepe, Papacito, single, never been married, waiting for someone to ask for my hand in marriage.
What role did you play in here?
I played HUD and Tribe. Yeah, still waiting on that Ferrari. Right-hand turn here onto Fairfax, ladies and gentlemen. And the people that predominantly live in this area will be Russian Jewish immigrants. That is the Grove, ladies and gentlemen, which is a shopping center. This is where a developer came in, took out a 65-year lease on the property that the Gilmore still own, and built the Grove. The Grove, again, is a shopping center. All in front of the Grove will be Farmers Market. That's where we have over 65 or 70 eateries right in there.
Wow.
Ethnic foods of all kinds. Farmers Market, the very first entrance into Farmers Market, you see where the people are walking right there? That's along Johnny Rockets right there. Okay, but the first entrance going into Farmers Market will be right behind Johnny Rockets. But down that aisle, there's many entrances going into Farmers Market. Ladies and gentlemen, and if you take a look at those silent movies date all the way back to that country's history. Now as we pass through the signal, take a look here on your left, and there you will see the city's only silent movie theater. Once again, dedicated to silent movies. Right there on your left. You see Buster Keaton, Laurel and Hardy, Mary Pickford, and Charlie Chaplin right there. We'll be making a right-hand turn here on the Melrose. This is a very trendy area. This is where the concept of Melrose Place was first seen by Aaron Spelling. It's awareness, spiked hair, piercing tattoos, leather lace, whips, chains. You see it all right here in this community. Right here. This is the Melrose District. Once again, a very, very trendy area. Theater, and the last Schwartz is playing right there on your right. The Zephyr Theater. Again, new playwrights get an opportunity to get their work exposed to the public. Support small theater, ladies and gentlemen. We need your help. No, it's right there. Always a line in front of pictures.
Wow. It's true.
Oh yeah, come on, pictures this morning. That yellow barn-like architecture style home. Well, it's where it used to be located. Some of the movies that have been shot here at Paramount Pictures, just oldest in television shows, would be Mission Impossible, The Happy Days, Forrest Gump, The Titanic, Braveheart, the Brady Bunch, yeah, all of them, a lot of them shot here at Paramount Pictures. Now, the golden era of Hollywood, or that age, doesn't exist anymore, ladies and gentlemen. This is where people who worked at the studio were signed there for 7 years. And once within that 7 years, the studio knew how much money they were going to make with the people they had signed already. If you take a look there to your left, you'll start to see the Hollywood sign, once again sitting at the top of Mount Lee, 1,134 feet above sea level. Take a look over there. There it is. The Hollywood sign right there. Also coming up on your left-hand side, you'll see the water tower with its famous logo on it that appears at many of the beginning of Paramount Pictures. Also, this is where you get a great picture. There you see the water tower there on your left-hand side. And then here are the famous iron gates that many, many stars have traveled through right there. Once again, this is Paramount Pictures, the oldest and longest running studios in Hollywood, right there. Cecil B. DeMille, Rudolph Valentino, Hattie McDaniel, the very first actor to win the Academy Award, John Huston, the director, and many, many more. Once again, the oldest cemetery in Hollywood.
Many, many more.
And Starlight Tours has a tour, or else you can go around on your own. We're on our way to downtown Los Angeles. Put the pedal to the metal. Smoke. See smoke? Let's no smoke. But I see it, okay.
That's the cutting edge where all the scientists and stuff, they all come to
building known as the Western Bonaventure Hotel. Inside that hotel is a 6-story atrium lobby with a lake. And some of the movies that have been shot down there have been True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Forget Paris with Debbie Winger, Billy Crystal, In the Line of Fire with Clint Eastwood and John Malkovich, Rain Man, Lethal Weapon 2, Final Analysis, and Showtime with Robert De Niro and Eddie Murphy. And then take a look right behind that hotel. There you see the Mosaic Pyramid crowned with the Golden Torch of Knowledge. That is our downtown Los Angeles library. We'll be next to those buildings shortly. Now, as you know, we are in earthquake country. Many of the buildings that you see there on your left-hand side have been made out of plexiglass, flex steel, and built on rollers. Should there be an earthquake, those buildings would shake, rattle, and roll. Anybody know the major stockholder for McDonald's? It's not Ronald. It's not Ronald, the major stockholder for McDonald's. Mrs. Kroc passed away and gave a majority of her stock to. Nobody knows? There's some more dirt, ladies and gentlemen. The Salvation Army is your major stockholder for McDonald's. How much taxes do you think they paid when they got there? None. Absolutely. Not one dime. Now see if this doesn't look like a dollar sign and a cross right in the middle. Take a look right here on your right. Yeah? And there's the Honorable Richard Reardon. Now, for those of you that don't know, Los Angeles was one of the cities that suffered during the debt crisis era of the 1980s. What happened to our downtown? All for $5. No, tomorrow's over. Subway. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Our city fathers and mothers are doing to bring the economy back to our downtown Los Angeles area. One more that I have to show you, which will be right behind the Staples Center, where they're building a 1825, ladies and gentlemen. And it has a Spanish Moroccan motif, both exterior and interior, right there. Those of you that remember James Cagney, this is where he stayed at before he moved in with his new roommate, Ronald Reagan, out of the Montecito Hotel in Hollywood. The silver statue, Mind, Body, and Spirit, done by Gideon Grants. That was given in honor of James Adams, Morgan Adams, and King Vidor. Those people I just named, all considered movie pioneers. And then directly across the street there, on your sort of catty-corner to your right, you'll see a white painted steel sculpture designed by Alexander Lieberman, right there. And we'll be making a left-hand turn here on the Hope Street. Look to your right, and there you will see the Mosaic Pyramid crowned with the golden torch of knowledge. That is our downtown Los Angeles library. As we come around the corner, you'll see the Wells Fargo Center here on your right-hand side. Inside the Wells Fargo Center, we have a museum with over 140 years of Western history. For those of you that don't know, Wells Fargo was a major employer of African Americans during the late 1800s. Also, where you see the umbrellas there on the second level, scenes from Ruthless People with Danny DeVito when Bette Midler was shot right there. Here on your left-hand side, where you see the shaded tree area with the painted steel sculpture entitled The Arches, this is where Richard Gere was rubbing his feet in the grass close to the end of the movie. His business offices were located right there in the building that you see on your left-hand side, and the limousine, his limousine, was parked right down front. We'll be making a right-hand turn here on the 3rd Street. This will take us up to MoCA, Museum of Contemporary Art. This houses a collection of modern photography, pop art, and sculptures. It was designed by a Japanese architect by the name of Arika Azuki, designed much around the way Los Angeles is designed, full of pyramids, cylinders, and cubic forms. There you see the red stone building with all of those shapes that I just mentioned right there. Every Thursday, David Geffen, associated with Steven Spielberg, heavy contributor. And every Thursday from 5 to 8 o'clock in the evening, it is absolutely free. Well, as we pull toward the middle, ladies and gentlemen, look all the way down on your left-hand side, and you will see the Walt Disney Concert Hall. Those of you that have been to northern Spain, Bilbao to be exact, Basque Country, you'll probably remember this as the Guggenheim Museum. This will be coming all the way up, all the way down on your left-hand side as we move toward the center. There you go, all the way down, ladies and gentlemen. There you will see the Walt Disney Concert Hall. This is MoCA on your right, Museum of Contemporary Art.
That's an interesting building.
And right over there, ladies and gentlemen, there you see, once again, the Walt Disney Concert Hall. Seating capacity, 2,265 people. This is the home to the Los Angeles Philharmonic from the months of September through June. Then they go out to the Hollywood Bowl from June through September. We have just pulled over here, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you that would like to get...
was moved by Father Ubra down to where it is today, down by the football stadium. What may have looked like or anything. Is there what? Yeah, you can go to it if you want to. It's out by, it is open to the public. It's out by the the football stadium. If you go on Interstate 8, you'll see signs of how to get to it. This is that old cemetery, and this is a real cemetery. That is a real cemetery, folks. The restaurants, again, are going to probably be pretty crowded today. There's that haunted house coming up on the right-hand side, called the Whaley House. And it's right over here. Sometimes Mr. Whaley comes out to greet us. Like they said his wife had him doing some chores, chopping wood or something.
Ghost stories.
Okay, where I parked the bus is where it's going to stay, right by the Old Town Theater. Heritage Park for some of the old Victorian homes and our first synagogue are located. Also a memorial for the Mormon battalion that worked all the way from the Midwestern part of the United States to fight the last battle of the Mexican-American War, and they were too late. But we honor them for their gallantry. But where the bus is going to be is right here by a sign that says no parking anytime. But now hold it, it's right here. Little sign right underneath it says tour buses only, so there. The park over here on the right, restroom facilities in the park, of course. And again, this is where the bus will be the whole time. And I will be leaving at 12 noon, so you've got about 50, I've got 11:06 right now. So I'll give you a little bit of time, but I think, look at all the greyhounds. Look at all the greyhounds. Yeah, they're beautiful animals. Okay, hold on a minute.
How bad is